And for our servicing project, we went to different public places to give presentations about how to protect yourself from skin cancer and what are the risks of living in San Diego without sun protection. This is a small video explaining the project. That's why we have been going to different communities or different places in San Diego in order to teach others how to prevent skin cancer. We know that skin cancer is an easily preventable disease, and we want less people to be diagnosed with skin cancer. We think that it's very important because we live in a place that has such sunny weather.
With starting this project, we had to research lots of organizations that were near us because we wanted to make awareness by treating those that we were our audience, and our audience was teenagers. So we researched organizations that deal with young adults, teenagers, and adults. So we couldn't find any organizations, so we decided we can't make a change with organizations. Why not with those who are professionals at this? So we decided to work with dermatologists, and dermatologists really gave us information, and that's what helped us get our information for PowerPoints and the presentations we did at different schools, churches, landscapes.
Throughout the whole process of this project, we learned a lot of things, but there were some things that we learned that really changed the way we think. For example, we used to think that adults know a lot of things, and they probably knew about skin cancer. But when we went out to the community, a lot of people told us that they didn't have time for this. So we thought that they didn't put a lot of importance into it. So we started thinking, and we realized that a lot of people go online more than going outside or listening to people that knock on their doors. So what we did is we created a Facebook, Instagram, and our own website. Over time, we realized that more people started following us, and a lot of people started knowing about what we were trying to tell them. So that was really important, not only because of the impact that we made, but because we were able to change the way adults think, even though we're just teenagers.
Some of the obstacles we had to overcome was lack of organization and lack of communication. Some of our teammates couldn't make it to some of the presentations or some of the interviews because we hadn't been organized, but that was when we were starting out. Throughout the project, we started becoming more organized, and we started going to more presentations and teaching more people. Another obstacle we had to overcome was communicating with other organizations to help us. We wanted to ask different sunscreen companies for samples so that we could hand them out while we did surveys to people so that they would know how to protect themselves from skin cancer. So we sent some letters to organizations, but not a lot of them responded. We learned that we have to send more letters to more organizations and talk to more people so that more opportunities will arise. Another obstacle we had to overcome was leadership. I personally had a problem with leadership because it's hard for my partners to take me seriously because I'm their age and they know me through my personal life, but we had to get to know each other through a professional way. None of these obstacles were too hard to overcome, and in the end, we did reach our goal to help more people be aware of skin cancer.
We wanted to change our project. There's several things that we would do. First, we would present, we were those groups that we presented to, providing surveys, see the benefit of the information that we taught. For example, we would ask them, like, have they checked with their doctor for irregular moles or checked for skin condition or skin damage? The second thing that we do is pass out flyers at local beaches because we want to warn sunbathers that the dangers the sun can do to you and how to prevent it. Thirdly, we wish that we could got information more than other places. For example, like the mall, the beach, the park, because they're filled with lots of people and lots of information to pass out.
Working as a group is not as easy as it looks. It is really difficult, and
all the problems that we had personally, I would think that we should further this project. Maybe we could try to get to know each other first, personally, professionally, even more than now, so that we can keep going to organizations and spreading the word about skin cancer. The obstacles of problems, that was very big in us, in the project, because it caused a lot of things to not be finished and people to not go to certain presentations. But that's why we're here today, to say it all, to put it out that we did have obstacles, but we managed to get through it, and we hope that we can keep doing that in the future.
Our information is very beneficial, and it can also save lives, and save us from skin cancer. For those that didn't hear our presentation, we very much hope that you use our information seriously, and you can use it during life and impact your health. Is there any questions?
I particularly enjoyed how your outreach, that you targeted different audiences. I know I saw you in front of our board meetings. You targeted youth, but you didn't forget about our seniors. And then that you used your bilingual abilities. So I commend you on that. I'd like to hear a little bit more about your next steps. What are some action plans that you have in the future?
Well, next year I'm going to be going to a high school where they ask for you to do a project similar to this one. And I want to continue this project. This project has really impacted me, and I think this project is really fun. So for high school, I want to continue this project as my senior project, to outreach the community and help more people in need.
I really appreciate your candor, and life is, what you experience is honestly life. It's really challenging to work with different members, whether they're friends or not, colleagues or what have you. So I really commend you for your honesty, and just wanted to share with you that really, if you want to reflect and really think about life is more not about what happens to you, but what you do about it. So really think about when something happens, not why it happened, ponder on what's happening, but what are you going to do about it? So I think a lot of you did do that, and as you move forward, I hope that you're able to reflect on what you accomplished, because it was evident that you accomplished a lot, so congratulations.
Along the same point, I think each one of you needs to realize as you go forward that self-reflection of any task that you take upon is really critical to the growth that you make. So whether it's professionally or personally, know that what you've gone through is what this is all about. If you have actually reached a learning moment to recognize some of the difficulties that you've encountered. But like was mentioned earlier, then you learn from it and you move on and you get better. I do want to commend you in terms of the media approach that you took. Is the knowing that being out on the beach and getting a flyer is not as, I think, will not hit your target as much as the approach that you have taken, which is you're more willing to pick up your phone, your cell phone, and go to Facebook or YouTube. So you really are doing a lot of outreach. Skin cancer is such an underdiagnosed cancer. Until it reaches you personally, sometimes you just are not aware of it. So thank you for increasing the awareness of skin cancer in that particular way. Yeah, thank you.
What's the process that you went through in determining who would take that leadership role?
Well, most of us tried being a leader sometimes when we thought that other people weren't doing what they were supposed to. But over time, we managed to tell each other that what we didn't feel comfortable with. And at the end, really, nobody was a leader. We all just tried to come as a team because that's what we are. And that's how we were going to reach all the audiences that we wanted.
We were all leaders and we were all followers for each other.
We put our qualities into
Good for you. You found each other's strengths and weaknesses and capitalized on them.
So
So you guys are all well color coordinated. And, your research, just looking through, you did substantial research on this. I commend you for your portfolio. And thank you for looking into an area that's highly disregarded in our society. I have a very good friend who had melanoma 10 years ago. Today he's a survivor because he went through a stem cell transplant at USD. So thank you for what you did.
I'd like to make a comment, John Gomez. I think this is very important in the Hispanic community. Skin cancer. I, for one, I had a lot of friends, play golf with a lot of them. They were all putting all kinds of stuff on their skin. I said, well, I'm Hispanic, I don't have to worry about that. And all of a sudden, I had skin cancer on my lip, so I had part of my lip taken off last year. Thank goodness I had a good doctor, and it looks regular. But anyway, it's a good thing because Hispanics can get skin cancer. And I, for one, I'm fairly well educated. I didn't realize I could. So just it's an important thing to get out to the Hispanic community. Thank you.